Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's video is of fish care, especially summertime fish care. The water temperature is in the 80s now here where we live, and a lot of guys are still fishing the tournaments, which I love fishing summertime events, but a lot of guys are fishing the evening tournaments and the night tournaments, and there is some daytime tournaments, and some of them's on some deep water lakes, some of them are just on some lowland reservoirs. But a little bit of fish care goes a long way. Guys, we need to protect these fish. I mean, I've been fishing for about 42 years, 43 years, and we really need to take care of the resource that we have. Our fishing here is fairly good, so we need to take care of them. As you can see, I got a few things laid out here that I use to help me take care of my fish. The first thing I do when I get in the boat in the morning time and I catch my first fish, I start filling my live wells. So I put my fish in the live well. The first thing that I do is I put some type of Rejuvenade, catch and release, G-Juice, anything like that helps. It helps keep the slime coat on the fish. It helps take the chlorine out of the water. It just helps the fish stay healthy. And you need to read the directions on these. One capful on this one for every 20 gallon of water. So if you got a 30-gallon live well, you need to put about a cap and a half in there. And you turn your recirculating pumps on and keep it going. The second thing I do is I carry a couple, these are frozen 2-liter bottles of water, and I'll put one of them in there to help cool the water down. So I got some catch and release in there, or some Rejuvenade or G-Juice or whatever you use. I'm cooling my water down, and I got my fish in there. I got my pumps running, they're recirculating, so I'm taking good care of my fish. Later in the day, about 3 hours into the day, I check my fish fairly constantly. I mean, I check them quite a bit at times throughout the day. But about 3 hours into the day, I'll run some more fresh water in. Put another capful of Rejuvenade in. So I got more water in there, pressure water in there, keep my recirculator running, and then I'll put another bottle of ice in there, to keep that water cool back down again. And that should hold me basically till weigh-in time. Sometimes I carry 3 bottles, but most of the time I just carry 2. Now, if you're catching some of the fish that are in deep water and you see them laying up on their side, that's because their air bladder's full. So there's a lot of different things you can do, a couple different things that I do, but the one I really don't like to use if I can help it, I'm a big partial fan of fin clips. This happens to be this is a homemade fin clip. As you can see, it's got a weight on the bottom, your clip on the top. You need to put these on the fins because you want that fish to be upright and down next to the bottom of the live well. Sometimes you might have to use 2 fin clips. These sure happen to be 3/4 ounce ones. These are just homemade fin clips that I make, but you want to get that fish setting upright and down to the bottom, and his air bladder will basically release and everything on its own. The other thing you can do is the needle, to puncture the air bladder to let it out. I use this some, but I generally try to get them all with my fin clips. It seems to help a little bit. So there's some tips in helping you keep your fish alive. Nobody wants a fish penalty, but more often, a lot of our guys are really sportsmen and they don't want to kill the fish that we're catching. So make sure you run those live wells, keep that water cool, keep some type of Rejuvenade, catch and release, G-Juice, whatever kind you use, keep some of that in your live well, and get those fish upright and get them down in there so that they will, so that they'll live. I know a lot of tournament trails, in the summertime, out in the Midwest and down south where it gets a little bit warmer than it does here. Even here, some of the people go to a 3-fish limit once you get up into to late June, July, August, whenever the water temperature is that hot. So even if the tournament director does that's probably even a better thing. But anyway, remember, take care of your catch, guys. We all want to catch these fish again. So next time, thanks very much. Please subscribe to the channel.